okay, to create some type of frame. Because if I stay my back and I just try to use my arms, he's always going to be able to win. Okay? The most common mistake here is try to square with the guy and shrimp out. The person always wins. Okay? Or getting side control or getting leg drag. So, if I want to have more chance to escape, I have to pull, I need to frame on him, some type of frame. Sometimes my elbow, sometimes just grip the collar, sometimes I'm going to have the sleeve, whatever frame you can create to be in this position. Because from here you have more opportunity to get out, okay? Sometimes when you are on top, we are able to kind of like overpower, especially if you're heavier than your opponent or your training partner. You can switch this grip to the collar, overpower, and use your head and drive the guy down and establish the position. That's great, okay? But sometimes you're gonna feel you too far away to your partner. You're gonna drag, you're gonna start to get close, and you're gonna feel like you're far away to your partner, like this, okay? When that happens, two things happen in this situation. When the person has to understand, the person is going to do this, look. Let's say I create a lot of space. I'm going to turn my knee inside to have my knee as a frame. I'm going to start to square with him, and I'm going to start to step this leg over. Because now with this leg, I have two frames. I have my bottom knee, and I have my foot on his shoulder. When he's applying pressure on me, I'm going to be able to get grips, and I can use my left leg to free my top leg, and then I have control. Okay? You guys follow me? So, knowing that you cannot maintain this leg over hips, you need to try to push this leg to the floor. Because when I push his leg to the floor, I just give him one opportunity. He's scooping back, and that's what I want. Okay? So I face this position, I'm gonna push his leg everything down, strong to the floor, to make him also start to scoop back, to try to face him in regard. As he's do that, he's gonna have a space between the legs. And that's what I want, okay? Normally when I show this position, I use the knee cut. But what happens with the knee cut, sometimes when you go knee cut, the person plays the knee shield and you get stuck here again. When the person has a very good knee shield. Of course, I have a good position, but it's not the best you can have. What I'm gonna do is this, look. I'm gonna push this leg down, I can hop over the leg, or I can just go around the leg, and I'm gonna force half guard position. Because now there's no knee shield, and I go to the far distance to the near distance. That's what I want. Okay, I wanna shut him down to be able to pass his guard. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do now. Okay, I want you guys to add this part here in the drills. So keep it doing exactly what you're doing. When you start to drag the leg, your partner will sit up. You guys gonna get the collar. I'm gonna push this leg everything down to the floor. I'm gonna hop over his leg. When he starts to scoop to regard, I'm gonna drop. Look how I'm gonna glue my knee on his hips. I'm gonna hug his head to pin him down. Then I'm gonna get this position. Okay, make sure you don't let the knee shield come in. If you guys make this mistake, look, the knee shield is gonna be here. I need to push this leg everything down as I go a little bit sideways, look. Look how I glue my knee on his hips. I go a little bit sideways. I keep pushing this leg all the way down in order to hug the head and start to apply pressure with my head, with my cross face. Okay, that's the position should be. Don't drop like a square, like this. You're not gonna be able to get there. Okay, just one more time. So you leg drag, you first start to sit up, you push the leg all the way down. If you need to hop over the leg, you hop over the leg, and you go like this, boom. Then you stop. Okay? I want you guys to do now back and forth, one time each, 3 minutes. Okay, every time you establish, you switch body to top. Vai, 1, 2. So guys, the idea today is the same idea from yesterday. I want to try to do the opposite the person wants to play. Okay? So the bottom guy is going to be playing Dela Riva. Okay, from where you started yesterday. Okay? Last year we did a lot getting the head course position. Okay, we did a lot like escaping from Dela Riva, and he started to jump over the leg to get the head course, and he started to from here using either knee cut or side smash. Okay, you worked this a lot last year. Okay, what's happening a lot now, like I have been seeing this a lot in the gym and a lot in the tournaments as well. So people who play Dela Riva, they start to deal very well with this situation, because when you jump over the leg, the person still have opportunity to use that hook to create any type of elevation, right? Sometimes it's hard to maintain this position tight when the person starts to come up in their elbow and he starts to use the hook to flip you, like kick you over, and then you start to get in single leg X or any type of X guard. Okay? You're gonna try to do a different approach. I'm gonna try to pass from the outside. Okay, standing, jump over his leg. Sometimes the person is gonna be with the biceps control. I need to clear that before anything, okay? I like to use the open hands on the Dela Riva. If you guys prefer to grab the collar, use your elbow, is fine. I think from this technique, I think it's better use the open hands, okay? I circle my hands to try to escape from this. In order to do that, I need to do like a few steps back to create a little bit of angle to circle and escape, okay? If you try to stay square, it pretty much is very hard to do it, okay? I think if you are square, the easy thing to do is I showed this last year as well. I like to use this a lot. Sometimes I'm here, I don't want to move. I like to use my hands to push the leg as I open my elbow, like this, okay? It's a good way to escape from the biceps. You guys can try, okay? Like here, and then you are free, okay? Sometimes the person is gonna be stepping your hips. Make sure don't leave your foot turned that way, because if the person is stepping you, you're gonna feel totally off balance. Try to be more like a square with your toes, okay? And when the person steps like this on me, I like to use C grip. In my opinion, it's the easy one to bring the leg over my lap. Okay, and that's what I have to do in this technique you're gonna do today. What I want you guys to understand, every time I bring this leg to my lap, and I control the leg, and I control this leg, it's hard for her push me back, like I'm using this. It's hard for her hook my butt. It's hard for her hook my knee. And it's really hard to her control my upper body. I pretty much don't give her many options. Okay, I control that leg to then start to escape from Dela Riva. So when I get here, I'm gonna try to trap the leg a little bit with my ribs, but I don't put my weight all the way here. I need to maintain my weight in both legs. Okay? The other part, the tail, make sure don't bring this leg too close, because then you're gonna give the guy both of your ankles. You need to stay staggered, but you're gonna use more your upper body here, look, to control. The grip I want you guys to use is the grip you have been used. You're gonna make this grip here in the pants. Okay, secure the leg. When you grab like this, like a spider, it's kind of like easier to the person circle the leg. So I try to grab a lot of material when it's hard to the person circle the leg. Okay, I'm gonna have this grip, look, on the pants, okay? I'm gonna clear the Dela Riva. When I clear the Dela Riva, I'm gonna push the Dela Riva down, I'm gonna pop my leg, and I'm gonna do a step 4 with my leg, with my knee. Look how I still have my foot on the floor, and I just bend my knee. The reason why I do that is to don't let the Dela Riva come back. People who play Dela Riva very well, when you take this hook off, they use their hamstring to push and get the Dela Riva back. Then you're still stuck in the Dela Riva, okay? So I push and I do a step forward, look, with my knee. Look how her knee is really close to her chest, okay? Now I'm gonna start to use a C grip to push it. Remember I explained in the beginning of the class what the C grip does, right? I'm gonna start to push her leg down to start to waiting for her reaction. Usually the person is gonna try to bring the leg up. So I'm gonna push this leg down. When she starts to bring the leg up, I'm gonna do this, look. My elbow go open to create a little bit of space, and I'm gonna push the leg right here, look, in front of me, okay? You guys gonna feel how it's easy to do, guys. Like, I ask your partner to try to resist a little bit, to you guys see how it's easy. So I push down, waiting for the reaction. When the person push back, look, I open my elbow, and I push the leg like this. Now, if you guys notice, if I move myself a little bit back, I'm free to move. Okay, the legs doesn't have a control about me anymore. I'm gonna extend my leg a little bit to do the first drag. I'm gonna drag right here, look. Usually when I drag, the person should defend the guard, they're gonna frame and they're gonna try to square. When the person is square, that's when I'm gonna leg drag to the other side and I'm gonna try to find the collar. Then you guys are gonna do the same thing you did before. Okay, to combine with the position. You try to get the leg drag, the person try to sit up, I'm gonna push the leg down, I'm gonna force the half, I'm gonna hug her head, and look, I tripod over her. Release. So, what is important in this position, guys? So try to don't leave your head too close to your partner's head. Because if the person uses the framing, the person start to push you away. Try to hide your head, look. More you place your head close to the belly, harder you'll be to the person push you, okay? So place your head really down close to the belly. I'm gonna start to free my knee. Usually when you start to free your knee, the person will try to block. Then when you guys gonna get your underhook, and use your knee cut to pass. And then you have side control. Okay? You are trying to go to that middle distance to the near distance, to play more like an old style game, when you shut down the person using half guard to pass the guard. Okay? People who play Dela Riva, they don't like much this type of game, and that's what I want to try to do here. Okay? So one more time. Whatever control the person has in you, you're gonna free that control, isolate the leg. Now look, I pop the Dela Riva off, I move my leg forward to apply pressure. Now I push with the C grip, I open my elbow and I push right here. Now I just extend my leg to create some type of room. I do the first drag, waiting for the second reaction. I drag and I have. You can ask, Professor, what about if the person don't do anything? You pass. Right? The person don't do anything, you pass towards this direction. Okay? So just one more time. Different angle. Okay? You guys have any questions? Want to say again?
So do you have to clear, like if they have a grip on your collar?
Yes, important question. If the person does have a very good grip in your collar and break you down, after you clear the biceps or even before you break, you try to maintain the control, be tall, isolate the leg, like stay tall, and then when you let go, you start to clear the Dela Riva. Okay? But I feel like you're gonna break it 1-2 times if you have to, but I don't put too much focus on that while you are trying to pass the guard. Because if you do that, you're gonna just be breaking grips and you're gonna like stop your work passing. But it's important to break, especially if your back is bent. Very good question. Anything else? You good? That's right.